NPP National President and Chief Minister of Meghalaya Conrad Sangma claims that NPP will definitely form the government in Manipur. He said this during an exclusive interview with ELITETV News. He further said NPP will field more than 30 candidates in the upcoming 2022 general election. Here's an exclusive interview.
Now with me is the Chief Minister of Meghalaya and President of NPP. So we'd like to know, sir, what is your strategy regarding the coming election of Manipur?
You see, in Manipur, the political scenario is such that there's a huge vacuum, and people are looking for an alternative. People have put their trust in other political parties in the past, and they strongly feel that they need an alternative. So seeing that scenario, we have been projecting ourselves as an alternative. And in that scenario, a lot of potential candidates who are doing very well, we have attracted them to other parties. A lot of them have joined, and many more will join in the coming days. So therefore, as a political party, we have projected ourselves as an alternative because of the vacuum that's there. And seeing the response of the people coming in from other parties, as well as independent candidates who were looking for parties to contest, who are having a very strong ground presence, have joined us. And seeing that, we are quite confident that we will be doing very well in this coming election.
Okay. How many candidates are going to fill in the coming election?
Well, we have started off accepting a large number of candidates. We may have crossed 30 by now. Exact numbers are not with me. But seeing the trend, we may even cross 40 to 45 candidates. But it all depends on the scenario and the situation as it unfolds. The election committee is going to be announced very soon for the state. So once the election committee comes up, it will be the appropriate body to take the decision on those aspects. But keeping the scenario in mind and the response that we're getting, we should be putting up candidates in majority of the seats in the state. Okay.
You're mentioning about in every public meetings you are mentioning about you get the absolute majority, single largest party in Manipur. How far is it true that how many candidates filling and how do you get the single largest party?
Yeah, we are not saying absolute majority. There's a difference between absolute and single largest. So yes, the way the trend is going and the way the response we're getting, we do hope and expect that we will be the single largest. And even the response we're getting from the public is indicating towards the fact that we will be the single largest. But of course, all depends on the people's mandate. But as I said, looking at the entire scenario that's there in the state of Manipur, people are looking for an alternative, and therefore we are expecting that people will vote in large numbers for the NPP this time, and we will come out as a single largest party.
Okay. Is there any pre-poll alliance or post-poll alliance? Is there any strategy of your party?
See, NPP has always maintained that we are a party which is independent. We are a party that has its own ideologies and its own visions, and therefore we fight the election on our own terms. So the question of pre-poll alliance is not there, because if we have pre-poll alliance, that means we are diluting our stand and our priorities, which we will not agree on. But obviously, if the situation happens where we don't get enough numbers to form the government on our own, then we have to look for partners. So in those situations, post-poll alliances may happen. But all of that depends on the numbers and scenario that unfolds. So we'll have to wait for that. But pre-poll, there is no question. We never have pre-poll in any election, simply because of the fact that we have our own ideologies and we stand on our ideologies.
Okay. So right now in Manipur, BJP and NPP is going and forming a coalition government. But right now election is knocking on the door. But we have seen that so many allegation and counter allegation is happening between BJP and NPP. Why is this?
That's the nature of politics. We are two different parties. We have our own ideologies. As a government, yes, we worked. Even while forming the government and working as a government, we had our differences. It was very much open also. At one point in time, some of our MLAs had decided that we will not support the BJP. So these kind of situations do happen in coalition politics, and it's nothing that is out of the blue that there are differences. So allegations, counter allegations happen even in the coalition. And obviously in election time there will be, because that's the nature of politics. And BJP will say a lot of things about us, and we will say a lot of things about BJP. But what is important is that we must always do it with a sense of respect. We should always do it with a sense of positivity. We should not use wrong systems and measures in election. And the election should be fought on democratic principles and on issues that are important. So if we have got any allegations based on issues that we believe in against the BJP, then it's for the good of the people. So we're not doing something negatively. We're doing it positive sense. Any criticism we do also will be positive. So therefore, these are natural parts of politics and election. And I'm sure that all the political parties will play the same way.
Okay, last question. What will be your election agenda in the coming election? What will be your manifesto? You are mentioning about the inclusion of Meitei and Meitei Pangal in ST list. So how far you can do it, and what is your, election agenda and your manifesto?
See, we as a party have always stood for the rights of the indigenous people. We have always believed in protecting the indigenous people. We have always believed in making sure that it is protected, preserved and promoted. So therefore, keeping that in mind, whatever has to be done from the state government or the party side, we will always move towards protecting and promoting our indigenous people. Overall agenda for the party as a whole, we have always maintained that we have always seen Northeast and the economics of Northeast as a primary aspect for us. So economics and development will play a primary role in this election campaign for us. We have also worked for, as I said, cultural identity of the people. That's important for us, protection and promotion of that. We have also seen that youth and women is an area which we want to focus on, and hence we are having this youth conference today. So these will be the main agendas based on which we will fight in this election.
Okay. What is the message to the people of Manipur?
My message to the people of Manipur is that we as a party, we have been always standing for the Northeast. We are the only political party in the entire Northeast region that has promoted and worked for the people of the Northeast. And for us to work in the future together so that we can work in a much more stronger manner, we need the support of the people of Manipur and the Northeast in general. So I appeal to the people of Manipur that this election is the ideal time for you to support the NPP and its candidature. And I'm sure that people of Manipur will support. And with that support, we'll be able to take Manipur state forward.
Thank you so much, sir. That was the Chief Minister of Meghalaya and the President of NPP. So that is the question that NPP will trying to form the government in the coming election. With camera person Sanjoy, this is Zed Ningomba, Elite News, Patsoy.